I want to talk to you guys about the Illuminati, Blackwater, CIA, DoD, and Red Mossad's fantasy role playing game they have going on with trafficking victims. For those of us who have been trafficked by the elite, including celebrities, military members, billionaires, millionaires, and politicians, some of us have been the victim of what they consider a worldwide sex trafficking role playing game. This goes back to the Masons because the Masons believe at the first degree that they start by thinking that they're playing a role playing game, and they play these fantasy role playing games all night long at their lodge meetings. And this is going on at the very highest levels of the government. This role playing game is disgusting and it's sick. And most of these people actually believe that they're playing a fantasy role playing game. Some people at the CIA are actually brainwashed to think that they're playing a computer game and that nothing that they're doing is real, but it's all on a computer. This is because they're all programmed themselves, they're all victims themselves, and they're programmed and they become handlers because they're programmed to become handlers, which is known as Emerald Programming, which I've talked about before. I am a victim of the worldwide sex trafficking ring. I was trafficked by numerous celebrities and politicians, some of whom I don't remember the names of because I was drugged, as I've shared before. There were times when I was being hurt by numerous people who I don't even remember everybody because I was under the influence of drugs, not willingly, but I was being trafficked and they were drugging me while they were abusing me and raping me. So I don't remember every single thing, but I do remember a lot. And the stuff that I remember, I'm trying to share with you guys to expose the worldwide trafficking ring. I am a survivor of sex trafficking. I am a survivor of ritualistic abuse. I'm a survivor of MK Ultra. I'm a survivor of black site torture, all of which I've talked a little bit about. I'm going to go into more detail about this. But this role-playing game is very, very real. The cult has created a game where they think that the victims are pawns in their little role-playing game. When I was being held at gunpoint and being held hostage by my traffickers, there were several celebrities and politicians that actually told me they were playing a fantasy role-playing game with my life. Those people include Donald Trump, who is the current president of the United States of America, his wife, Melania Trump, who's the current First Lady of the United States of America, former Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, celebrities such as Jessica Simpson and Taylor Swift, celebrities such as Rita Ora. I also had people such as Mitch McConnell, Elon Musk, and Joe Biden, the former president of the United States, all of whom told me that they were playing a fantasy role-playing game when they were raping and making money off of me. I was raped and abused by all these people and so many other people, sold by them and or bought. Some of these people did all three. Some bought me, some sold me, and some raped me. But a lot of them did all three to me. These people were playing a sick fantasy role-playing game with my life. That's what they believed they were playing. I kept telling them I wasn't consenting. They kept doing it. And this is what happens, guys, with the worldwide trafficking ring. The billionaires and the millionaires are insane lunatics. The predators in the government and in the military and in Hollywood are insane lunatics, and they need to be exposed because we are victims and we are survivors. This is going on all across the world right now, but especially in America. There are people who are being trafficked by the American government, who have been tortured by celebrities and politicians and billionaires and millionaires, who have been raped and abused, and they've been told that they were playing a fantasy role-playing game. This is not a game. We are victims of crimes against humanity. I was not consenting. My friends were not consenting. People that I know that are victims that are in Hollywood, because there are celebrities and politicians that are victims too, they weren't consenting. People that I know of who are regular people that were being trafficked, they were not consenting. We were not consenting. Your fantasy role-playing game will be exposed. The Illuminati will be exposed. Blackwater will be exposed. The CIA will be exposed. The DoD and Red Mossad, you will all be exposed for the criminals that you are. And like I said, there are some people that are good in all those organizations. But there is nobody good playing a fantasy role-playing game with the lives of innocent civilians. I was not consenting to Rita. I was not consenting to Taylor. I was not consenting to Paul Ryan. I was not consenting to Donald Trump. I was not consenting to Elon. I was not consenting to Melania. And I was not consenting to Joe. And I was not consenting to Taylor. I did not consent to play a role-playing game with these people. They raped me. They tortured me. They held me against my will. They had me at gunpoint. They were working with the American military to try to silence me because I've been exposing the worldwide trafficking ring for years. They were trying to take down my ministry. They were trying to stop me from preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, persecuting me for being a Christian. And then they had the audacity to tell me that I was their sexual service dog. Joe Biden called me a sexual service dog. Melania Trump called me that. Donald Trump. They all called me their sex dog, their service dog, their sex slave, their dog. Taylor Swift called me that as well. They're disgusting people. Paul Ryan said the same thing. They're all disgusting people. They've committed heinous crimes against humanity, not just against me, not just against my friends, but against many people. Some of those people you may be shocked by, such as Taylor and Rita. Some of those people might surprise you. But I'm telling you right now, guys, that there is something coming out very big soon. The American government and Hollywood has been running a sex trafficking ring for decades now, and it's time for full disclosure. The American government needs to pay for their crimes. Donald Trump and Joe Biden need to pay for their crimes. Melania Trump needs to pay for her crimes. Jessica Simpson, Taylor Swift, and Rita Ora need to pay for their crimes. You guys committed crimes against humanity. Paul Ryan needs to pay for his crimes. You've committed crimes against humanity. You've raped innocent civilians. You've tortured people, and you deserve to pay. And so does the person that you all worship, because you're all Blackwater agents. You all worship Eric Prince. Nobody deserves to pay more than Eric Prince does. Eric Prince is in the top 10 traffickers in the world, and so is Donald Trump. And both of them have tortured and abused so many people, and both of them deserve to pay for the crimes they've committed. There's a day coming of full disclosure that will shock people. If you think the Epstein files shocked you guys, it's going to get even worse than that. It's going to get even more elaborate, and the network is a lot bigger than you know. So please, I'm asking you to pray for full disclosure for all victims and every person out there who's been trafficked by the elite, that they would get their justice. And everybody out there that's in the government and politics and celebrities who are victims themselves, who do not want to be involved and who are not involved willingly, who have been abused themselves and being handled, I ask you to pray for them as well. Team 57, it's a group of celebrities and politicians who are on our side, behind the scenes, trying to fight against the worldwide trafficking ring. Pray for their safety. Pray, guys. Pray for my safety. Pray for my strength. Pray for the victims who've been tortured and abused by the government. Thousands and thousands of them. Every single survivor of ritualistic abuse, sex trafficking, and MK Ultra. Pray for them. God bless you.